All right. Well, are you ready to get into it?
Yeah, let's go. Let's talk
Mhm.
about one of our first leaders that we're gonna talk about in the OP09
The
Emperors.
four emperors or something like that.
Yeah.
Something with the new whatever it have to do with the Yonkos, but it
So
is Nico Robin herself finally, and just like her former employer, she is Lakers colors. I miss that cowboy hat. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, it's there. Just she's
Call
separated from it.
Yeah, I mean, but call me crazy though. All the base artworks for these leaders don't look terrible.
I don't. Yeah. Especially like the Luffy's.
The Luffy, good. The Shanks, the Buggy. I mean, they're all good. Even the Blackbeard, like they're all quality. Except for Lim, whoever the hell that is. But we're not talking about her yet. Which we probably won't. I mean, what's there to say? But Nico Robin, her ability, if you don't know, she's a four life purple yellow leader, 5k leader. She's got the banish attribute, I guess you would call it. When attacking, you may trash one card with a trigger from your hand, add up to one Dawn card from your Dawn deck, and set it as rested. Which is pretty good. Ramping.
Definitely good. Like
Ramping once per turn.
my mind thinks like immediately, and it's not like what's the other yellow purple leader? Um, Pudding.
Yeah, Puddin.
It's not like Pudding, because Pudding's like effectively you could probably do her ability twice,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
you flip it up and like unless you get like a
But you
specific
also
card to flip them down.
really only need to do it once. Yeah, because I was just about to say that because of the katakuri, where you the 6. Because if you're on 4, you just swing, go to 5. The next turn you're at. I guess if you go first, then you go to 4. Next turn you're at 6. Play the cat, turn a life face down. Then you can technically swing again. So it's pretty easy, I'd say, actually.
But is that one life?
Yeah, it's just one, but that's the thing, right? Like if you get hit,
You have to get hit. That's one like
well, yeah, you get hit. But if not,
incentivize.
you still ramp twice with a cat, even if you don't get hit. So it's not terrible.
It's not terrible, but you don't need anything for Nico. Like, well, you need a trigger, which you could probably just.
That's easy though with red and purple. Yeah, because I think the cards that would work best. I mean, you could do a really good like low cost removal with the egghead package. Maybe not the whole egghead package, but you could run the egghead straw hat cards like the new Nami. If Frankie is a 2k, yeah, egghead, and then you can run the purple searcher that you were running in your whatchamacallit deck.
Oh yeah, where it's just draw a card.
Yep, and you just. Yeah, one of the 3. And then because that way you can run all the Straw Hat cards you need, the yellow ones and the purple ones, if you wanted to run that package for the new starter deck. But you can also ramp to the 7-cost kid relatively free, which works well with her ability. Since it's a banish, you want to be swinging with her anyways.
Oh yeah, I wasn't even thinking about playing her like red purple Luffy, where you get the kid out and you sit there and you just get her to a 6k leader. Swinging 6k every turn,
and it's banished. Yeah, and like I said, it works with like again all the Straw Hat cards, and with that event, it lets you search all of them. So it's really not a non-searchable card.
And there's so many good yellow Straw Hats. Just thought about that yellow Zoro, that promo card.
Oh yeah. That wouldn't actually be terrible either, because it's Land of Wano and Straw Hat, right? I have it right here. Yeah, it's Land of Wano and Straw Hat Crew. Yeah, so you could. That's actually crazy. Because that means you could run... Oh, that's actually... Because you can run the Zoro now as a bomb in your life, and it's a trigger that you can just get rid of. You can run the Nami in your life. You can run the Luffy, the Egghead Luffy, and you can run the Onami as well.
Yep. Onami.
And the Straw Hat Crew. Yep, on all of it. And then you have the Frankie 2K and like the Sanji 2K. And then maybe like one other different, and maybe like a double finger or something. And those could be your things, you know?
Oh yeah. He's a 2K. It does suck that the other Sanjis aren't Straw Hats. They've been smoked.
Oh, the yellow trigger ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you play the Big Mom package, definitely play. You can make that Sanji searchable with the puddings.
The pudding, yeah, and the Big Moms are searchable too.
There's so many different varieties you could actually play with this deck.
Yeah, because you can even make the 7 Mom. The 7 Mom with trigger useful.
Oh, yep. Because if it's not in life, then good, you just ditch it. Like all these
Okay, I don't know. Let's not go that far.
Yeah, we don't want to do a homie package.
No homie package. It's the regular Sane People Big Mom package. Or I personally, I think Straw Hats would be the best way to go, because you can still run the, even the 0 cost event, the purple 0 cost event is searchable. Yeah, so it's just a really good overall. And then like your top end can literally be the 10 drop purple Luffy. Isn't great, huh?
The 10 drop? No. I mean, you could always run one, right? And just
but you can't use his ability. Well, yeah, no, you could, right? You could.
You can ditch a card after you play him, right?
Yeah. So you pay him, ditch a card, you get one rested, and the next turn. Well, but I mean, you still have to wait till next turn though, right? Because it's rest a Dawn to get a Dawn active.
Well, does it come back when you trash a card? Oh yeah, it comes back rested.
Yeah.
So yeah, you won't be.
You would still have to rest, but you'd be one more at next, instead of.
You'll come back at 3. Yeah, you'll be at 3, and then you'll do his ability, and you'll have 4. So it's not bad.
Yeah.
I'm guessing this is the leader that you want to play.
I want to actually play the. It was going to be Luffy. Just not it, guys, and we'll get into that in a different video. But right now, yeah, I'm thinking Robin, and it might just be because of the waifu tax, but at the same time, it's Nico Robin.
Nico, I feel, and I also feel like you have an affinity for yellow as well.
I do. I am an experienced yellow player. Which, speaking of yellow, Cat is making a return to the starting lineup, but I just got to grab a couple more cards. Yeah. He's running a bit of a removal with the Egghead Luffy's. I'm running a lot of bombs in this motherfucker.
It's like you can't get rid of Whitebeard and you won't be able to get rid of Cat. You can push him down for a minute.
But every set they release good yellow support. And you know what? Every set I'm going to use that good yellow support. Sometimes it's in pudding, which in that case it was purple Big Mom support, which I will be trying in 08. But yeah, Robin, I think. Lakers Robin, I'm really excited to see her alt art. I think she has a lot of utility, very easy. I think you're going to see a lot of use in her in the pre-release tournament, personally, because you're just ramping and then you're banishing, which, you want, normally it's you want the cards, right? So, yeah.
I can see it. I think Bonnie is the new,
dude, don't fuck, man. Fuck. I think Kid is still better because, alright, bet you were gonna rest one of my things every turn. I'm gonna swing twice anyways.
Right. I mean, it's not bad, but I think those two are it's 1 and 2.
I agree wholeheartedly.
I need to go buy me a Kid now.
I need a pre-release Kid, man. I have to get all the pre-release leaders.
But I do see her playing. Oh, I just hope she's not like the Yamato, where I felt like the double attack on the leader just made her so good, and when we actually get it, that banish does it.
I think, and I have a feeling it will be exactly like that, and I think it's going to be the same for the pudding, right? Like, if you look at pudding, she hasn't really done that great in the meta. Honestly, I'd say the meta is pretty unchanged since the end of 07, and I think honestly a lot of these leaders are probably going to be like that. I think the most played leader will be Blackbeard because it directly counters everything, but it also counters itself, so it'll be interesting to see the cards for it.
And they have released some of those, but we'll talk about those later.
Yes. But so it really just depends on what is going to come out for this Nico Robin, because right now it is really the Straw Hats that to me look like the strongest, but we'll have to see which build comes out on top once it gets cracked.
We definitely have to get some purple Straw Hats, even though
I would assume so, because in my opinion the purple starter deck was very underwhelming, and you were missing some cards for that to make sense.
For sure.
And the fact that it's limited to purple, which is kind of what we talked about for Luffy, is it doesn't make it great with the other colors, you know. And Luffy's ability, kind of breaking off to Luffy, but his whole thing is +1. You know, that's his thing. But you can't even search the purple and the black. It's like the Impel Down packages. You can't search purple with blue or blue with purple.
They have to make. I would say they have to make.
They need to drop a black searcher, like
that hits
Sunny, or like it would make me cry. But if there was like a Going Merry event that was like search, a black event that said search Straw Hats.
Maybe. Oh, event. Yeah. That'll make sense.
Like a burning of the Marion, it's all of them standing around it. Like that shit would make me cry, but it would be so good.
Oh, I do want to go back. The one thing that this card has over like the Yamato, with the double attack. The thing about the double attack is you're putting 2 cards into your opponent's hand,
and this one is always taking one away.
Well, yeah. Either you're losing a card out of hand, or you're not getting that card that you would out of life. And
yeah, 100%.
That makes it more oppressive than the Yamato.
Well, and then again, another reason why I think the Kid is going to be good in this deck.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because if you can stack some Dawn on her and make them swing, they have to either counter or lose a card out of life.
Yep, and I think you could probably also run the new yellow events, the Blaze Slice. And it's the activate main or counter 1-cost event, where if your leader character cards gain +1k, and then if your opponent has 2 or less life cards, rest up to when your opponent's cost 4 or less, and then its triggers rest to 4. I think that would also be good in there. That's just a good staple yellow card.
Yeah, I remember. I pulled actually a lot of...
Right there, you just passed it. No, not that one. I'll go back.
There it is. It's called Flame Spit on the sim.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one's really good. I was actually thinking maybe even, and that's why I keep going back to the Big Mom package, but like the 6 or the 7 drop Lin as well, because like you'll swing, they'll have to counter, and then bam, you drop a 7, they have to lose a card out of life. Like,
I mean, or if you do the same thing, but like you're ramping for the 7, right? You're getting up there. If you go first, you're at 4, then you're at 6. Then if you go second, you're from 4 to 5, and then third you're going, and then you're at 7 on turn 3. That one I mean, you know,
you're not feeling this one.
I don't think it's enough to warrant the other shit they tried to shove in this deck. Yeah, you may trash 1 card from your hand, your opponent. Yeah, I mean, trash.
You lose a card out of hand, but they lose either a life or 2 cards out of hand.
Yeah.
It's the only... I feel like this is the only yellow card that takes from out of hand.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, if you ramp to this, there's a lot of possibilities with this leader. I think this was actually the best one we can go for first, because it's just so many different options you can play. There's a lot of ways to cook this. I want to see how I guess we get to see how Japan like shapes it and forms it.
Yeah, and I'm interested to see how ours differs, because ours is always a little bit different. So I'm curious to see how that's going to turn out this time around.
And hopefully we get some good purple Straw Hats to just finish off.
Man, to make it worth it, dude, because right now, underwhelming. I hope our alt art is cool. I hope we get some sort of boss character. I mean, she's going to get, a super rare? They always get super rares, right? Or they always get some sort of character card. Hopefully it's a 5. It better be a 5 cost. If it's not a 5 cost, I'm gonna be pissed.
5 or above, or are you saying?
No, 5 or less, so you can use it with Luffy, the purple Luffy.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, because we're missing a decent 5 cost. Like, okay, great, I can play 2 characters. I'm just gonna play Zoro.
Well, the Sanji too, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, the Sanji, the 6/6 one, but I mean, I want something that's like, give me something that KOs. She's an assassination character. Oh, it should be Devil Robin.
That would be dope.
A 5 cost Devil Robin that like bottom deck something. An activate main. Yeah. So you play it and it's an activate main like minus some Don or something, bottom deck at 4 or less or 5 or less.
Bottom deck. What does purple do besides round?
It bottom decks.
It does bottom deck?
Yeah, because Black Bug from right. it rests and bottom decks.
Okay. Yeah.
Because if it was like a 5/4 Robin that bottom deck to go minus to bottom deck of 5, I would play that all day.
I want a 5/5.
I would like at least, you know what? Make it a 5/5 2K. You know what I'm saying? Make it a 5/5 2K or 5/4 2K, and it's bottom decks of 5 cost. That is a George W.
I'll take it. I mean, I hate the 5/4 rush.
I hate the 5/4 rush too. Yeah, they're terrible cards.
And then you have to give them a Don to give them rush too.
Yeah, but that's the great thing is that this will remove a 5 cost. You know what I'm saying? And you're playing it for free. I mean, hopefully, right? Ideally, it would remove something. Because I think that's another thing that we're missing is like some sort of straw hat removal. Because we really only have the kings.
I mean, you do have the new Synergies.
Well, yeah, but it's black. But I meant like purple wise.
Purple wise.
Yeah, and so like, and that's the thing too is that if it was a purple card that bottom deck something like an activate main, like a Tashigi or something like that, but our version, it works because like it's like the new anti-Blackbeard stuff, right?
If it's like active main.
Yeah, because then you could do like if you had like the other 6-drop Black Robin that you swing and then you give minus to something if you have a certain cost character on the board, then you could do the other Robin's ability to the bottom deck. But I have a feeling that's exactly why they won't do it, because they don't want one character to do both things. Like give minus cost and then bottom deck.
So if it's just like a Ein or something, where you play the Nico and whatever card or maybe even 2 cards she minuses to 0, would you be okay with that? Something like that?
I mean, but you still need something to get rid of them.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are playing the Eins and then they're just attacking, right? Because they're 0.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
Where she's restricting them, right? She's holding them down.
Yeah, maybe.
Depends on if they want to see her as a support, if they actually want to see her. Because I always seen Nico to me as being one of the strongest. Her ability is...
Really?
I see her ability alone, like in the right hands, right? Because it's just imagination.
Imagination.
Because like she can literally just make a hand come and grab your balls, right? And then
fair.
You know what I mean?
Just flick your nuts, like
She could do things like that, but she does like giant foot instead, you know.
But giant foot instead,
which isn't bad. Or oh, I got wings, or giant body parts. But she could like I don't know, make miniature body parts, and like attack you in like a smaller way or something.
I mean, I would probably just make some hands appear, choke you to death, and then like I'm out of there. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna know.
Why can't she make the hand in your throat, right? And just block it up, right? Just make a fist in your throat.
I mean, I guess it's true. But it probably, for some reason, doesn't work like that.
Right?
It probably can only make hands on things that she has line of sight on.
Or she could cover the inside of your mouth, put a fist in your mouth.
I mean, true. But why go to the trouble of that when you can just choke them to death?
Well, like the choking... Well, I don't know. It depends. But now we're like diverging.
Yeah, now we're talking about how to kill somebody with Robin's ability. Anyways, we might have to cut that. But yeah, no further comments.
Alright, we'll see y'all to the next one. Don't know which leader we'll be doing, but just look out for that.
Yes.
And if you guys agree with this, if you guys think Nico Robin can kill in a different way, just drop that in the comments down below. And we're out.
Deuces.